Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I first should say to you thanks, because I was worried, as the person who was dead last on this side, that it meant that I was going to have to wait until the very end on the back and forth and back and forth. So I appreciate it. I thank you for it. And I would have had a great education, though, if you had kept me to the end. And I want to thank you and the ranking member for your leadership. We have appreciated it and admired it in our chamber. Also, Chairwoman Stabenow, for your incredible leadership, and Ranking Member Cochran for your sustained effort in getting us to this point. I feel privileged, as others have said, to be part of this Farm Bill Conference Committee, and I join those who have said that this is the way we should be doing our work in this Congress. This is the way that we are going to be able to regain the confidence of the American people, not with the rock throwing and the brick throwing and the screaming, but working together in a bipartisan, bicameral way. And that is the expectation of our farmers and ranchers. For the farmers and ranchers in rural communities driving Colorado's $40 billion agricultural economy, it is critical that we work through our differences to complete this process. Mr. Chairman, if I could sum up what I've heard in the nearly 30 listening sessions we've had all across Colorado on this topic, the message is very, very simple. Work together to give us the certainty of a 5-year farm bill. Work together to give us the certainty of a 5-year farm bill. The Senate Farm Bill reflects a bipartisan, principled, and practical compromise, and I know the House has been working toward the same objectives. We've identified priorities, streamlined duplication, and broken away from old, inefficient habits. We end the days, finally, of automatically issuing payments to farmers regardless of economic need. And we strengthen crop insurance to protect the farmers on Colorado's eastern plains against stubbornly persistent drought conditions. As Colorado continues to break its own export records, its dairy sector has been especially effective at finding markets overseas. Our bill moves away from price production on planted acres, which will strengthen our farmers' ability to export. We should be forward-looking to arrive at a commodity policy that supports this vital area of potential growth in the farm economy. Our bill makes strategic investments in additional areas of innovation and growth. As others have said, it provides crop insurance and industry-led research and promotion for organics, an industry that is creating jobs at a rate of 4 times the national average. It provides mandatory funding for energy programs, a huge creator of new wealth in rural Colorado. Mr. Chairman, we need a strong conservation title with robust resources in the final bill. When disaster strikes like the horrible floods that we're facing in Colorado, it's programs like EQIP that provide immediate aid to struggling producers. Our conservation title includes a provision to give the Agriculture Secretary flexibility regarding the match requirements needed to finalize conservation easements, something that is critical to our farmers and ranchers in the West who want to pass their farms and ranches down to the next generation. This practical idea comes straight from Colorado's farmers and ranchers. Our bill would also place more land in conservation by once again linking crop insurance participation to basic conservation practices. As for public lands conservation, we upgrade the Healthy Forest Restoration Act of 2003 to prioritize payments on national forest lands struck by insect outbreaks, including Colorado's beetle kill. And there's a bipartisan Senate agreement for extending Colorado's Good Neighbor Authority to our national forests. And finally, Mr. Chairman, as a former school superintendent, I've seen firsthand how access to food and life success are closely intertwined for our kids. No program written in Washington is perfect. The structure of SNAP has proved effective during the period of high need, and we need to find a path forward that respects all people affected by this farm bill. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield. Thank you.